Hi everyone, I hope you're all having a nice day, and thank you so much for all of your support and comments and questions that you asked about my How to Get Into Harvard video. It really means a lot to me that I'm helping you guys out, and yeah, stay tuned for more. Today I will be talking more about the Common Application essay and also sharing my own accepted Common Application essay to Harvard College. Um, the first thing I would like to talk about in regards to the Common App essay is really the mindset that you have before you even start writing it. Throughout our educational careers, we have probably all written a lot of essays. I know I had. And the problem with this is that a lot of these essays are about topics that we have no real interest in, and oftentimes we are arguing points that we don't actually truly believe in. Although it's called an essay, you shouldn't approach your Common App essay anything like you would approach an essay in school in one of your English classes. You have to truly adopt your own voice, and this is an essay where you can really write about anything you want to write about. In school, there's usually a topic, there's usually a very set thing that we are writing the essay about. However, this essay should be completely your own, and the great thing is that you really can write about anything you want to show your own personality. One of the main reasons that we write essays is to solve a problem and really learn how to think. And this is so often ignored and not taught to kids in our education system, but if you can write a true, wholehearted essay, it shows that you can think about the world and that you can articulate your feelings, and these are really important skills to go on further in your life, even beyond college. The first step in writing your Common App essay is to peel back the fakeness and really get in your mind that you're going to write an essay that you completely believe in, and an essay that you're going to be so proud of for the rest of your life. So, to do this, it's going to take a lot of time, and that's why my first tip is that you should really allot at least 2 months, I would like to say, for you to write this essay, and for you to be able to produce an essay that is completely genuine and not like some random book report you wrote in your 9th grade English class that you didn't really even care about. This essay is really the most, or at least one of the most crucial points in your application where you can connect with your admissions officer. The admissions officers reading your essay are people just like you. They've gone through hardships, they've gone through heartbreak, they've experienced wonder, they're human beings, and you need to convey that you are also a human being with complex emotions, and that you love life and you want to continue your journey at whatever institution you're writing the essay for. So once you've adopted the mindset that you're going to write an essay that's completely you and no one else's, you're going to want to start brainstorming ideas for what you want to write about. Ask yourself why you get up every day in the morning. Ask yourself about the activities that you're involved in high school and why you do them, and why you take time that you could be spending doing something else, but you spend them doing whatever extracurricular activities you're involved in. If you do a sport, what is it about that sport that makes you like it so much and that inspires you to keep going? If you're really into a certain academic subject, what is it about that subject that really inspires you and makes you want to learn more? You may, in your journey writing your Common Application essay, begin writing about a activity that you do or a subject that you like, and then realize that you quickly run out of things to say about it. I know I did. So when I was talking about certain extracurricular activities and I was brainstorming these essays, you should not do what I did and try to keep writing, because once you get to that point where you know that you have nothing genuine left to say about a topic, you shouldn't try to manufacture more sentences and come up with things and really try too hard to dig back in the depths of your mind insights about the topic and additional things to say about it. Once you get to that point, it's really too late. That topic is something that you shouldn't write about. If you can't be completely honest, within every sentence of your essay, you need to stop and choose a different topic or reimagine how you're going to talk about the topic that you chose. One of the hardest parts of writing your common application is going to be simply starting it. It can be really daunting when you think of how you're going to have to write your common application essay and then you're going to have to write a bunch of supplemental essays, and how important these essays are in the college application process. But how I would start after you've chosen your topic, or if you have a list of topics that you're choosing from, is for your topic or for each topic, just start writing statements that you know are true. So, for example, I ended up writing about music and playing the bassoon. So, what I did is I just started writing sentences that I know were true about myself in relation to music. So, I said, okay, how do I process music and how does music play an impact in my life? Well, and then I started writing, I run around the house when I listen to music. Music energizes me. Music has connected me with amazing people. Music has given me many opportunities. Music has shown me new dimensions of life. And in this way, I began to form my common application essay from very true and genuine statements that I wholeheartedly believe in. So that's how I would start writing your common application essay. Write things that you know are true, and your essay will stem from there. And this is because from these statements of truth, you're going to have genuine things to say about the topic, and you're always going to go back to these statements, and you're going to grow your essay from grains of truth instead of just some topic that you think would sound good to an admissions officer. And this is what's going to set you apart from other applicants. Most people I know were not, a lot of them were truthful in certain ways, but in other ways they made things up about how much they actually cared about certain topics and how much certain things meant to them in their common application essay. If you start your essay from a place of truth, it's going to be more impressive in the end. It also might be hard to start coming up with these statements that you know are true, but that's why you want to give yourself at least 2 months in advance before your first deadline is due to really find the truth and be able to write a cool essay. So with that, here is my common application essay. I run through the house when I listen to music. Up and down the stairs, in and out of the kitchen, past my 2 dogs lounging on the couch, I thunder from room to room at high speeds. Energy in its most pure form wells up inside of me and overflows, overwhelming my mind with a vacuum that allows the music to flow in from my earbuds. These sound waves animate my legs to take inevitable, unconscious steps forward, and my existence is funneled into nothing but visceral sensation. As the music dissolves into silence, I am slowly brought back to reality where I can think clearly about what just happened. It started by me putting on a recording of Pavarotti singing Nessun Dorma in my room, and ended with me receiving a confused gaze from my grandmother, who was sweeping leaves off the ground in my backyard. What happened between these 2 points is unknown. When a piece of music takes me, I might as well have bypassed the space-time continuum, stranded in a reality where moments are stitched together by the sounds of an orchestra instead of three-dimensional snapshots. I began exhibiting this kinesthetic reaction to music when I first started listening to classical music in 7th grade. One day, I came across a video introducing a wacky-looking instrument called the bassoon. In this video, the bassoonist began by playing a scale of the instrument's whole range, a rainbow palette of sound entering my ears for the first time. She went on to play majestic excerpts of Beethoven, lyrical moments of Berlioz, and fiery sections of Stravinsky. Awestruck by the range of emotions the bassoon could convey, I began begging my parents incessantly to rent a bassoon for me, and I am lucky that they eventually agreed. When I honked my first couple notes on the bassoon, my playing mimicked my dorky middle school self, awkward and prone to voice cracks at the most inconvenient times. I would overhear my mother talk about how loud and annoying it was when I practiced late into the night, and a friend told me that my low notes sounded like farts when I showed him the new instrument I was learning. Despite the fact that I sounded like a dying moose, I wanted people to hear my playing. At a show and tell at the end of 7th grade, I passionately gave what must have been an out-of-tune and cringeworthy performance to my English class. At the time, however, the excitement of my first solo performance filled me with pride. Throughout the rest of both middle school and high school, it seemed obvious to me to perform bassoon in my various classes, even though people made jokes about how funny my face looked as my lips closed around the reed to produce sounds. By going to the symphony or searching YouTube, I find the music that moves me physically and emotionally. I try to recreate my favorite hues of sound in these performances with my bassoon, sewing together what continuously becomes my own unique style. What deflects any negativity about my playing and motivates my practice is the hope that one day I will be able to create for others the exhilarating experience I attain when listening to music. By performing for others over and over again, I move closer to this goal and satisfy my need for self-expression. When a senior citizen approaches me after a recital with a glowing smile and tells me that they've never heard a bassoon before, or when my 3-year-old cousin hops up and down in ecstatic joy while I rehearse a particularly bouncy passage of music beside him, the meaning in what I do is self-evident. The act of blowing through an oddly shaped tube to communicate emotions is an unlikely way I find joy in being human, giving me inspiration to continue playing and listening. So that was my common application essay. Reading over it, I actually realized that there were some grammatical mistakes, and I kind of tried to fix those on the spot. But I guess that just goes to show you that it's not really about being perfect, it's about communicating something about yourself, and this essay just stemmed from writing things I knew to be true and then expanding on them, and those opened up memories that I had forgotten about, and yeah, that's kind of how I went about writing it. In the end, writing your common application essay should be a fun experience where you can learn more about yourself and produce something that you're proud of. I was really happy with the essay I came up with, and I knew that even if I didn't get into the schools I wanted to go to, it would be fine because, I want to go somewhere where they want me to be there, and I thought that that was an honest representation of myself. So in that way, I could be happy with my application and not worry about it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any questions, you can always email me, and I'll put the link to my essay in the description so you can read it as the admissions officers did. So stay tuned for more content about college application process, and leave any suggestions for videos you want me to make in the comments. I think that's it. Bye.